When you were mine, shadows of your style still remain in my mind. Hey, I had to tell myself it's too late to try. Takes my breath away when I realize. Trying not to think of you, yeah, only got me missing you more.
Welcome to my channel. If you've been here sticking around while I was away for the past few weeks, girl, I'm sorry and thank you so much. And if you're new here, welcome. So today I want to talk to the girls that are thinking about transitioning or going natural, and I just want to acknowledge that this isn't always the easiest decision, and maybe this video will help you take those baby steps towards it. So the first thing I think you should think about is why you're doing this. Why? Maybe it's a political statement. Maybe you're trying to take back your own identity. Maybe it's in fashion right now and you want to be a part of it. Maybe your friend just did it and you see how confident she feels and you'd like to feel that way as well. Whatever it is, no reason is better or worse than the other inherently, but you just need to think about that for yourself. Because some days are not going to be easy. Like right now, I realize that one side of my fro is a little happier than the other. You know, we've talked about this before if you've seen my other videos, but yeah, so like some days are not going to be as easy, some days you're not going to feel as beautiful, but if you have a reason that's pulling you towards this, then it's not going to be so hard. If you want to know why I big chopped and all about my story, I made a video about it. I'll leave it in the description box, but this one is about you. So maybe write that down, that one reason, or maybe there are multiple reasons. Just write everything down and leave that there. The other side, the other thing you need to think about is if you've been pondering over this decision for months on end, then what's pulling you back? What's stopping you from just doing it already? So maybe write those things down as well. Maybe it's your own self-confidence. Maybe you think you're not going to look as beautiful. Maybe you think you're not going to be able to take care of it. Maybe it's someone or some people in your life that are making you feel like this isn't the right decision for you. I don't know. Whatever it is, just write it down and look at both of those lists next to each other. Why you want to do this and what's pulling you back, and that might make it easier for you to just go through it. And now I'm going to talk about the two ways you could go natural. One is the transition, and this is when you let your roots grow out but you still leave your relaxed hair on. And the transition has its pros and cons. The pros are that you're not going to have to deal with the sudden big chop, and maybe you don't have to deal with the anxiety of being bald, or you know, maybe if that's something that preoccupies you, you're not gonna have to deal with that. You're still gonna have your length of hair, and one day when your hair is long enough for you to feel comfortable, you just chop the rest off. But the cons are that the relaxed hair and the natural hair are different, and you have to take care of them in different ways. Sometimes you may feel like you can neglect your relaxed hair for a little longer, but your natural hair needs a lot of care. And if you give the relaxed hair the same care that you give your natural hair, you might not be giving it the nutrients that it needs to grow healthily. So you would have to think about that. And to be honest, I did the big chop, so I don't know much about the transition per se, but there are a lot of links out there, and I can leave some in the description as well on how to transition in a healthy way. And the big chop is the more drastic change, let's just say. Some girls, well, at the end of the day, we're all gonna big chop at some point. Even if you transition, at some point you have to take out all of the relaxed ends and just be with your natural hair. But with the big chop, we call it big because for most of us, we're left with really short hair. I did it with really short hair, but it can be a little more scary, I guess, because you're going from one thing to the other. You're not giving yourself that much time to process the change, and you need to think about that. But it's also very liberating because you're just letting go of everything else and just trusting what's within you and letting that flow free. So these are things you need to think about. Again, no reason to do it is better than the other. No method of doing it is better than the other. But with all that said, make sure that all of the research and the thinking and all of the things that are going through your head aren't just a way to stall this decision or stall the actually doing it, you know? Because at some point you're gonna have to just jump. And I can say for myself that it's very rewarding. It just feels awesome. But yeah, so it's important. Of course, it's important to have a good reason for it, to understand why you're doing this, to know which method is the best for you. But at some point, girl, you're just gonna have to do it. And there's a whole community of women and men around the world here to support you and help you. You can freaking text me at any time if you need anything. I am so happy to help. Like, honestly, we're here. This is why this community is awesome, because only people that go through this understand how difficult it can be for some of us, and we're so willing to help. Like, have you seen the thousands and thousands of girls that put in their time on YouTube and wherever else just to help you? You know what I mean? So, like, don't use all of this research to stall. Use it for your own information, but at some point you're just gonna have to jump, and I'll be there to catch you. Okay, I will be there to catch you. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope this was helpful. The next one, I'm gonna talk to you about building a regimen that works for you. So yeah, this is it. Thank you, and I will actually be here next week. I'm sorry. But yeah, thank you so much. Bye, see you next week.